Hey there, and happy Thanksgiving. I've got my clean shaven self ready for Thanksgiving. Really excited for it to spend time with family and friends. And today, in the spirit of this holiday, I have for you the 15 things that I'm thankful for, tennis related, of course. So let's go through them. The first one that I'm thankful for is a big forehand. I love my forehand. I love being able to rip it, dip it, top spin it. I'm really thankful for it because that's a shot that I rely upon the most and try to hit whenever I can. It's been my bread and butter for a while, and I get a lot of compliments on how big it is. So, by forehand, we're talking about. Definitely am thankful for that shot. The second thing I'm thankful for is having the opportunity to play tennis. Sometimes I look around and there's people who either don't have the means to play tennis or they're physically impaired to where they can't play. And, I just think about how much happiness tennis has brought me and life lessons. And, sometimes when you're having a bad day on the court, you just look around and you think to yourself, wow, I'm able to play the game, while others can't. And whenever I think like that, then I'm able to play better because I kind of am free from the mental chains and prisons of negative attitudes. So it's hard to be negative when you think of that and how lucky you are to play the game. The third one is I'm grateful to my parents, super grateful for them getting me into tennis. I can remember when I was very young, my dad would take me to different sports, playing soccer, basketball, tennis, baseball. And I just fell in love with tennis. That's the one that I ended up being better at and challenging my dad to matches. And I remember when I lost to my dad, I would be upset and like saying that he cheated and stuff like that, which is, of course, wasn't true. So I just kind of showed my competitive nature there, which still lingers today. And grateful for my parents for supporting me and putting me through camps and private lessons and tournaments and spending all that time. And hope to do that one day for my own kid when I have one. And then number 4, I'm actually very grateful to tennis leagues for providing me with a lot of fun competition. Whether that's a local Montgomery County Tennis Association leagues or USTA leagues or ACTA leagues that I played in, which is Arlington County Tennis Association, and any others. It's really provided me with a lot of fun competition and just meeting a lot of people. I've made a lot of friends this way, playing against them, having a good time or a great competition, and then asking them to play, which, by the way, you all should definitely do. I do hear from people who have trouble finding partners to play tennis with, and great way to do that is to just push yourself into any sort of league. Sometimes if you don't know anybody in these leagues, you can find contact info and email and get onto like a free agent list or something similar. So these tennis leagues are wonderful. Same thing, when I played junior tournaments and adult tournaments, I also did make friends that way. But the leagues, obviously, you have like a full team. So it's a bit easier to meet people that way, but both ways are great. And number 5, I am grateful for my tennis playing girlfriend, Kate. Shout out to you. She's awesome, has been really great, and fantastic player. She's a 5.0, so she's currently rated higher than me. But she's really, really good. Played D1 and really enjoy practicing with her and playing mixed doubles and being on teams together with her. So grateful for her as well. Number 6, top spin. I love top spin. I love it. I love the feeling of brushing up on the ball. I love the feeling of the ball jumping up on the court, bouncing, and then boom, exploding up. And I have a decent amount of opponents who do not like topspin. And I remember there was one opponent who tried to not play me in a sectionals tournament. I don't want to say too much because got respect for the opponent, but tried to get the captain not to arrange playing me, but then her partner ended up kind of saying the opposite, and we ended up playing. I think that's a story, but that person wasn't very happy. But I think when you can develop sorts of weapons, whether that's topspin or a big serve, then you definitely put some sort of fear factor into your opponent. So for me, it's topspin, and I love it, and that's why I also love playing on the clay. Number 7, I'm grateful for double strategies. Very funny. Playing juniors, I probably played either 1 or 0 doubles tournaments. I honestly cannot remember playing one. And when I got to college, I remember, getting put on a double score with my teammates and watching the balls just whiz by and thinking, how am I even going to hit one volley off of these shots? But eventually, through playing doubles in college and getting great tips, and then also, of course, USA leagues and similar, and then interviewing these incredible coaches and content creators, I've learned so much about double strategy. And so the poaching, the I formation, I'm using it a lot. The Aussie formation, using that a lot, trying to be more aggressive. So double strategies in particular are really fun to implement and talk to with your partner. And hopefully you have a partner who's amenable to, using these strategies. So of course you want to gauge how comfortable they are and ask them about it. But I love double strategies. I love the feeling of picking off a volley or an overhead and being able to, smash an overhead because the opponent didn't expect you to cross. So those are really fun. Number 8, I'm grateful for my doubles partners. They've been so solid this year and been willing to play the ad side. Thank you. So I can hit my forehand, some of them even being forehand players. Sometimes I'll play the ad, but I honestly cannot remember having played the ad side that much, just trying to hit as many forehands as I can. So yeah, to that end, been trying to improve my backhand, of course, backhand return. But big shout out to Kate, as I mentioned earlier, Caitlin also, Rachel, Tara, John, Jenna, Houston, everyone else. Sorry if I missed you. But yeah, it's been a great fun year, and I don't know something like 50-ish wins and around 10-ish losses. So it's been fun. Number 9, really grateful for tennis content creators and coaches and reviewers. I've learned so much from them. I've been afforded a lot of great entertainment and learning. And whenever I have some issues with my game, I'll search on YouTube. Like, I can watch my own content. Of course, I can watch my friends like Peter Freeman, Will Hamilton, Ian Westerman, all these folks. I don't want to, naming them all would take probably an hour, but grateful to all of these folks for them making content. And then also, when I have gear questions, it's so fun to check out these gear reviews like strings, rackets, and stuff, and shoes. And then also watching matches, like for example, Carousel's matches and other matches. Those are really fun to watch and learn from too. So grateful to the tennis content creators and coaches. And yeah, thank you to my peers. Number 10 of 15 is third set tiebreakers. I'm actually grateful for these, even though so many people hate them. That's the first step, is to be grateful for the pressure. And these are the perfect way to play under pressure, because it's whoever wins this wins the match, for USA leagues at least. So I really like these, and putting a positive spin on it, because for sure, sometimes when you lose it, you kind of I know I've even said this myself. You tell your partner like, well, third set tiebreaks are a bit of a crapshoot, and if you don't get off to an early start, then you lose usually. But on the flip side, I mean, it's a great way to test yourself and to keep practicing being under pressure. So I am oddly probably grateful for these third set tiebreakers and other clutch opportunities. It makes the game fun. Number 11, I'm grateful for so many rackets, strings, and other gear. It's really fun to test them out. It's so fun to research them. Sometimes I make the big mistake of, laying in bed and getting my phone and then searching, Solinco Turbide versus Solinco Confidential versus Restring Sync, things like that. Shout out to those brands, and strings. But it's super fun. And when I was searching for my racket, which I finally ended up with the Pure Aero 98, just again, like researching, testing, really fun. So and all of you racket and string reviewers really have your own spin on tennis, and really do appreciate all your reviews. I'm trying to think now of who. Tennis Nerd and Tennis Spin. Yeah, the peeps like yourself are really entertaining and fun. And then also, I'm grateful for Rafa Nadal. Vamos, Rafa. See episode 382, the last episode of the podcast. And also, you can watch me on YouTube, talk about how much I adore Rafa. And yeah, just intensity and footwork and fighting spirit. It's so sad to see him retire. And, first Roger last year, and then this year Nadal. Will we see Djokovic, next year, a year or two? I'm guessing probably like 3 years. Djokovic seems to be still at it and going and has the hunger. But, big thanks to Rafa. He's been such an inspiration, whether it's his attitude or his game or anything else, the fist pumps, etc. Number 13, I'm actually grateful for every time I lose a match. Might be kind of surprising, like the third set tiebreakers. But the thing with that is, whenever I lose a match, I learn more about my game than when I win a match. So maybe that's not necessarily right or optimal, but it's just very natural. When you lose, if you're a problem solver, you think, okay, what happened in this match? Why did I lose? What could I have done better? Whereas when you win, a lot of times you'll overlook the win and just think that you played great. But I am grateful for the losses because they provide that opportunity to learn and also that drive and hunger to get better. So really love that. I don't love losing, but I love that aspect of something good can come out of a loss on the court. Number 14, I'm thankful for the USTA. Shout out USTA. Fantastic for bumping me down to 4-5 this year. I really don't know why I was bumped down because I won every single 5-0 match, and I won both my matches at sectionals for 5-0. And I can't remember like how mixed went. It was probably mixed, so to say, but I think winning record overall, it was like 13-5 or something. But it's crazy, last year looking at how many matches I played versus this year. I played like 60 some matches last year, I guess around 20ish. So pretty crazy, but getting bumped down to 4-5, while it may have hurt the ego, it afforded me a lot of opportunities to play, more tennis, get recruited more, and being one of the top 4-5s around, played a lot of tennis. I'm just grateful. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on my desk now lightly to not disturb the audio too much, but just being able to stay healthy-ish. Foot has been giving me a little bit of soreness, but besides that, fortunately, I've been okay. But yeah, a lot of tennis, being able to play any line I want. Basically, I played 10-0, I played 9-0, and even been contemplated to play 8-0. So a lot of versatility with that 4-5 rating. Last but not least, I want to really, really thank you, my followers, for all the kind comments, reviews, and emails, and just overall support. Can't do it without you, of course. And I know a lot of you I've seen through many live streams and comments over and over again, and emails, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I'm really grateful for your support, and you keep me going. So yeah, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode here, and try to think of some things that you're grateful for. I challenge you to list. I will go small. We'll go with 5 things you're grateful for. I guarantee that if you write these things down, it's going to make you happy. It's a normal, it's a common exercise of writing down what you're grateful for, the attitude of gratitude that makes you feel better and just have a more positive outlook in life. So with that, thanks so much for listening. And if you enjoyed this one, give me a like and a review if you'd like. And I really appreciate your support again. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.